Well, another story now that a viewer sent to us as part of the You Choose the News section of the show. Here's the story. A student at Orange Coast College in California recorded psychology professor Olga Perez-Stable-Cox, she teaches a class on human sexuality, calling Trump's election an act of terrorism during a lecture. Listen.
Our nation is divided. We have been assaulted. It's an act of terrorism. One of the most frightening things for me and most people in my life is that the people committing the assault are among us.
But after the school's College Republican group uploaded that video to Facebook this week, the local teachers union threatened the students who recorded it, who remained anonymous, by the way. The group is refusing to reveal who did it, and for probably good reason. Here now is Josh Recalde-Martinez. He's the president of the Orange Coast College Republicans, and Sean Steele, the attorney representing that group. It's great to see you both. So, Josh, first to you. Here's the account of a kid who was in the class. His name is Tanner Webb. Quote of the teacher: "She tried to get everyone who voted for Trump to stand up and show the rest of the class who to watch out for." It seems really ominous to me. Was it surprising, given that in her quotes, that the union is threatening you?
It is, and that's one of the reasons why now, upon the realization of this, that we will be pressing for her to be fired from the school for those actions taken in that class.
I mean, I don't want to be catty or anything, but I listened to the whole tape and I read a bunch of quotes from her. I mean, she didn't seem very professional or even capable of grammatical English, really. I mean, is this common in her class? Do you know? Have you talked to students who've taken it before?
Well, one of the reasons why Rate My Professor has her as a 1.7 when it comes to difficulty is because it's such an easy class. And I think it's pretty obvious why that is. And on top of that, the union considers itself a union of professionals. That's their slogan. Well, I can tell you, by defending this professor, they're clearly showing that they're a union of unprofessionals to me.
Well, and also a union of thugs. So, Sean Steele, this is one of the quotes from that union. "The student who is sitting in assigned seating will be identified and could face legal action." So apparently the union is threatening to ferret out his identity and punish him. Did they mention anything about the behavior of the teacher?
Well, of course not. They're defending the teacher who talks about trumping white supremacists, that voting for Trump is an act of terror. But here's the worst part of all is, and you mentioned it earlier, she actually, after the video, she asked students to stand if they had supported Trump so other students could see who these people were. And then she said, "Oh, I see nobody standing, so I guess you're too cowardly to admit it." Now, this is a line crosser. This is information we didn't have. We knew they were going after the student who took the video. That's why I came in as a pro bono attorney. We knew that the college Republicans were under attack. We knew that the administration was not going to be helpful, but we did not know until two other students came out and said no. She went further. She wanted to identify, humiliate, and shame the students. That crosses a line. This teacher is unfit to be in a classroom.
Well, it's such an abuse of power. I mean, she's the authority figure there, and she's threatening people who disagree with her political views. Yes.
She's a bully. She controls the grades. It's a captive audience.
That's right.
And she has no respect for the students.
Well, and so, Josh, this all came out. We're talking about it now because someone had the presence of mind to film it. So every college student has an iPhone in pocket or some kind of phone with a video camera on it. I mean, what a transformative thing it would be if more of these videos came out. Are you encouraging your members to videotape their professors?
Well, one of the things that we did was not, preemptively encourage members to videotape their professors. I know that people on the opposition side is saying that we did to get an I gotcha moment, and that's simply not true. In addition to that, I just want to inform you all that we've recently received word from the school in a joint statement made by the union, the college president, and the academic senate president that they will be standing by the teacher and that they will continue the assault on the student. Stuff like this to me is really astonishing at the school, which I love so greatly, and serve as a member of their student government. It's astonishing.
They don't care about you.
I want to raise...
But wait, let me ask you a question, Sean, as a lawyer. Why shouldn't every student who feels he's subjected to propaganda and threats, as in this case from a teacher, film it? I mean, what's the counter-argument against that?
There is none. It's an absolute First Amendment freedom. There's no
Amen.
expectation of privacy. There's no expectation of privacy among 300 students. Students are recording their professors all over the country. We're asking that every conservative college student, as soon as they get in as a freshman, make sure that their phone is always charged before they get into the classroom. And when things get crazy, absolutely record it, because that's the only way to keep these professors honest. The intellectual diversity doesn't exist on college campuses. It's one-sided, and it's mean-spirited.
Well, I totally agree, and God bless you for saying that. Josh, Sean, thank you. And by the way, if you're watching this show and you have kids in college, send videos here. Tucker Carlson tonight at foxnews.com. We will put them up, and whatever you do, be sure to get it on tape. We appreciate it.